And you thought we were done. Get out of here. It was only 3 hours and 28 minutes. We always forget something with the Wardog. Wardog?
Before I go dark, we forgot to read a letter to myself, okay? So in Ponderosa, on day like -2, they gave us these letters, and they gave us instructions on these letters. There's 4 pages. The first page says something like, before you begin this adventure, take a moment and write a note to yourself. This is just for you. And so you go beyond the surface to access as much truth as you can, and that reads you the post-game, insight. And then it was like the second page had another prompt that said, why am I here? Third page was, what's my biggest fear? And the fourth page was, what do I hope for the most, right? So let me move this around. I need light. I got to turn this light on to read this because I have chicken scratch handwriting here.
Oh, we all saw your handwriting. We all saw it on the.
Listen, so when I got these letters, I let everybody read them individually. Aubrey was the first, and like I don't think anybody else shared the letters, but I shared it, and that's where the whole the what up Wardog and I am the Wardog thing came from, right? It's from this letter here, and then production asked me to read the letter. Right, that's why I'm one of the two that didn't get a confessional, like read a letter when they just showed me reading it. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, I don't feel like reading it to y'all, because I felt it personal, and to me, it felt like for me and for my cast. Everybody else was for them and for like the show.
And now it's for the internet.
And now it's for everybody.
Wow.
So it starts off the first line. What up, Wardog? We've been through quite the storied road, filled with ups and downs, littered with failures along the way. Midway through season 1, we became hooked on Survivor. We watched religiously all the way through season 8. Then the Wardog packed his bags to Florida, maybe around the time season 6 was airing. Days in the Pike House made me forget about my desire to be on the show. But who was I kidding? I didn't apply because we knew my past troubles with the police would be too fresh, and they weren't over yet. And by some miracle, if I were to be cast, I'd be a disaster out there. Then came Cook Islands. What the same crazy concept. I was hooked back in. When I deployed to Iraq in 2008, my girlfriend would send me CDs with the latest episodes so I can to watch on my laptop. But applying to the show, nope. I had a vision to be an outstanding officer. And off we went to Fort Bliss. I grew tired of playing house with Michelle, and I wanted a break from the Army. So there I was, ready to gamble my life playing poker in Vegas. I just made it by month to month, going through the enormous highs and lows. Maybe those years in Vegas will better prepare me now for this adventure. After Vegas was Afghanistan, my hardest emotional challenge to date. It was there I embraced my Wardog persona in full force. I had been Wardog since 1998, but only in Afghanistan did Wardog become more than a nickname. I then take this stupid prompt, this is why am I here, and I wrote, Wardog makes his own prompt. My letter, I'll be following your rules to the game. Wardog became a way of life, a way to cope, a way to always be strong and resilient. 6 years ago to the day, I was still down in Kandahar, hating the conditions. It had been about 7 weeks in country, and maybe about 10 to 11 weeks since I was dumped by Jessica. I thought Jess was the one. I was off on that road, or maybe I always knew. But there were Wardog plus Dan were so interwoven. Listening to my iPod, which went everywhere, I went on every mission, if only meaning time to play 3 or 4 songs before I passed out in my quarters or sometimes in the open air on a dangerous mission. Finally, the summer came to an end, as did my time in Kandahar. Then it was off to the lush base of Bagram Airfield. It was a mini culture shock to live and work in that monstrosity of a base, coming from 120 to 140 person combat outpost in Kandahar. That's when I decided one afternoon, while watching Survivor on AFN, that now was a time. Most of my drunk legal troubles were a decade earlier. It was time. I strapped on my Wu-Tang shirt, and delivered a 105-second masterpiece from inside my sleeping quarters. My application was set with a video as well as a choreographed photo of me shirtless with an armored vest and an M4 assault rifle. I got an email response from Penny Lane Clifton. And then once again, the super prompt, I said, I'm telling the story. Read between the lines. I'm sure you can find fair, because that's what the biggest fear is, right? And I was off with my first assignment to fill out a 15-page form. One of the civilians in my office was a lovely New Yorker named Jody. Jody worked for USAID. Almost 4 years later, Jody and I became a couple. Albeit for only 2 months. She's still the only one I've had since Jess, as a girlfriend, right? 6 years ago, I digress. The point is, I had Jody look over my application for her thoughts after it was already submitted. I asked her, does this sound like Wardog or Dan? And she honestly looked at me after reading it and stated, they blended in as one. That's when it hit me that in the fall of 2012, that Wardog and Dan had melded together in one. Now in 2018, it feels more an act to be, for instance, Dan. Family and friends know me as the Wardog. Shit, when I go still now in poker rooms in Vegas, those that still recognize me call me out as the Wardog. Jeff and company tell me and everyone to be myself. That's who I'll be. Some will poke fun or maybe just not understand my act. Though what they won't know is a Wardog is a metamorphosis. Shit, I spelled that wrong. Turning into a butterfly. This is my adventure. This is my story. And it will be the Wardog who will narrate it. Will the story last 3 days, 39 days, or a little likely something in between? I've been nicknamed the Wardog for 20 years now. My first car in 1999 had Wardog custom license plate. Yep, we had it proudly displayed on my bookshelf. Now, do I have it right here? I have it somewhere. Probably displayed on my bookshelf. Now Wardog is so much more than a nickname. It's the way of life. Wardog has what it takes to win a game. In 6 weeks, I will know if he has. I am the Wardog.
Wow.
I like that it ends with I am the Wardog. That's my favorite part.
Tosses the letter.
That's it. That's a letter. So holla back. Tweet at me this link. And I'll put both of these bad boys together. Actually, if you can't tweet at me both these links combined, and I'm going to pin this bad boy, retweet it with my own words. And we're signing off for the next couple of months. Love both of you. Have an amazing night. Peace.
Love
Bye,
ya.
Wardog. And